this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Sorry for the noisy heater going on. It's kind of cold out there. 35 degrees according to my car's thermometer. 9:44 in the morning. So where am I headed? I'm headed to the post office first. Got to do my monthly mailing. Yeah, do you guys have any monthly mailings you have to do? Yeah, certain things I have to pay by check. Others you do online. So anyways, I'm going to the post office first, and then I'm going to go to get my car repaired. Yeah, time for scheduled maintenance. I always wondered about scheduled maintenance. How do they know that exactly at that timing you need scheduled maintenance? What do we have? 37,506 miles right now. So I have an appointment at 10:30. So I got 45 minutes to get there. Doesn't take that long. Maybe 25 minutes, something like that. But got to do the post office first, and then sometimes I just get there a little earlier. They take you in. Doesn't mean they work on your car right away, though. I've got to wait for my car. I have no way of getting back. Now, I guess if I had an e-bike attached to my car, I could bike back and then bike back to go pick up the car, but I don't have a hitch on this car. I have one on the Honda CR-V that we own, but not on this Hyundai Elantra. And it won't fit in the trunk, and it won't fit in the back seat. So, there you go. Plus, it's so cold, I wouldn't ride at 35 degrees. Forget it. Not that crazy. So anyway, yesterday, I went to a new, well, they're not new. It's new to us. Another barbecue / hot pot place in Bolingbrook, Illinois. It's called Wabi-Q. 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 So, let me give you my impressions of this place. What I thought of it, and if it was any good. Yeah. So 8 of us went. These are my cousin and my second cousin and other relatives. Well, okay. His wife would be a relative now, right? Then I had another relative who's the wife of another second cousin. And then, friends from church, from a church I used to go to. So, anyway, we've known each other for like ever, all right, for a long time. Many of them since we were kids. So 8 of us went, and we all thought we were going in for a lunch special, but we were sadly mistaken because they had a sign up inside the restaurant that says in October they stopped the lunch promos, so you could only get the dinner menu. Ooh. Yeah, we walked out of there, each of us paying about $54. Yeah, a lot more than we had anticipated. At least doubled what we anticipated we would probably end up be spending. But we were already there, and it was a distance from us, so we decided that, well, we will continue to eat there. I mean, we're already here, so. So my first impression, well, first off, I got there a little bit early, just before they opened at 12. And I kind of sat in the car, and then my second cousin's wife showed up. So we both walked in, and my first impression was not positive of this place. It was rather dark. The whole place is painted black. So they just have lighting to kind of light you up, but basically the whole environment's basically painted black. And then the woman who was the hostess, I guess, maybe she's the owner, I don't know, young girl, rather rude. Yeah. So we walked in, and we were waiting for the others, and she looks at us and says, "Give me a minute." All right. I go, okay, this is not going to be good. You can just tell from the tone, it's not going to be good, right? So eventually the rest showed up, and then her first comment to us was, what would you like? What would you want? And we said, well, we're here for the lunch thing. And they says, well, we don't have the lunch special anymore. Maybe summer of next year, maybe we'll start it up again. But now it's just dinner prices only. No smile, no nothing. Okay. And then then she says, well, but what do you want? Tell me first. You got to tell me what you want. And we go, well, what do you have? I mean, then she goes, have you guys been here before? And we said, no. Okay. She says, it's an all you can eat. You could either have hot pot only or barbecue only or hot pot and barbecue together. So then, of course, we don't know what the prices are. So we go, well, how much are the prices, right? So she tells us, and she says, essentially, if you buy both hot pot and barbecue together, then it's $5 more than if you did one or the other. Something to that effect. Well, I said, $5 won't kill me, and I'd rather have both. And at least one of us also said that, and I think the others just tended to agree. She goes, okay. So she goes, do you want one long table or 2 tables of 4? She says, the long table has 1 hot pot and 1 grill. The 2 tables will be 1 hot pot and 1 grill on each table. Well, obviously, we're going to split it. I mean, one long 8-people table with only 1 hot pot and 1 grill seems a little bit small amount of hot pots and grills for 8 people, right? So I said, let's do 2 tables, but keep us closer together. So she did. And I think we mentioned that, the other places we had been recently, the Korean barbecue places, I think this place was more Chinese than anything else. It wasn't a Korean barbecue, okay? They're just trying to emulate that. So, so the other places all had separate hot pots for every person. So if we had 8 people, we would have 8 hot pots and maybe 2 grills, something like that. But in this case, it was, I can't, today's Veterans Day. I forgot about that. All right, I'm not dropping off any mail. Let me program my GPS to get me to the dealership. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I totally forgot. Today is Veterans Day. Post office won't be open. I'll have to mail this tomorrow. Now, I could put it in the post office mailbox that's outside, but the problem with that is there is always the fear of someone stealing the check and washing the check, right? You've heard of this, right? People change the numbers or change the payee and then they cash the check. So we're not going to do that. Forget it. I'll do it tomorrow. So anyway, where was I? So anyways, we said, okay, put us in 2 separate tables, right? Now, I will say this, that the things that they offered for food was actually pretty good. Yeah, we're satisfied with what we got. And believe me, we ate a lot of stuff. I'll show you some photos. I didn't do a video of it, but I'll show you some photos. When you have friends with you, it's very hard to do any type of review because it wouldn't be fair to them if I'm trying to do a video, while talking to them. that wouldn't be fair. So I just took some photos and just random photos. Not everything, but, a few photos here and there just so you can see what it looked like. And overall, I think we all felt that it was pretty good. I didn't talk to everybody, but the people at our table said it was actually pretty good. But we all felt it was expensive because we weren't expecting to pay that kind of money for it. But because it was a dinner menu, we had a lot more options. And so I asked them, what about compared to the other 2 places we'd gone to, which would be Max and also Cow. And at least one of them said that she preferred this place because she thought that they had a lot more things that she enjoyed eating. True. I would say that too. They had a lot more things here to offer than the other places. But I think had we done the dinner menu at both of the other places, we would have had more options. Because I've done the dinner and the lunch at both places, right? So I know what the differences are. They usually do offer you more selection, They usually offer you more seafood selection and things like that. But this place had more seafood. Yeah, we had things like shrimp, fish. I don't know if we had scallops or whatever that was in there. It looked like scallops. We had mussels. I don't know what other things we had. And then, of course, your typical beef, pork, chicken, whatever, those type of things that you wanted. They had all that type of stuff. They had marinated things. The one thing I would say with their grill is they didn't change the grill often enough. They only changed it once the entire time we were there, when it had already blackened out. Everything. After a while, the marinades and stuff starts blackening on the grill. They changed it one time, but they really should have probably changed it about 3 times, in my opinion. So in that regard, they were not following up as well. But whenever you place the order, again, they used an iPad to send the order in. You can only place in 10 items at a time, and then you have a time of waiting. Then you can order more again. No big deal. We're used to that. The other places do a similar type of thing. So you can do 10 items for hot pot and 10 items for barbecue. So that's how we did it. I'll tell you, we, at least at our table, we had a lot of stuff. I was looking at the mounds of things that we had. I was going, oh no, I hope we can finish this, because they said they do charge if you don't finish the food. That's how they get you to not over order food that then they end up wasting it, right? I don't know how they would charge it, because they never tell you how they charge. You ever notice that? But they do threaten you with that, right? Now, we were there a long time, like we usually are. We were there by 12 o'clock, and then I don't think we left until a little after 3. Yeah, we hung out for like 3 hours. I'm telling you, every time we get together, it's a 3-hour deal, right? It doesn't matter where we go, it's a 3-hour deal, because we're all talking all the time. And of course, people came and the people went. We're still there. We're the last to get out of there. They're probably going, when are these people going to leave? They didn't say anything. They let us sit there. But again, they can't clean up everything while we're still there. So they just kind of sat around and waited. But everybody was, they weren't that busy. Let's say that. I don't know how many other tables were filling, but maybe 4 or 5 other parties, I'm thinking, at most. And you're talking couples. So, yeah, not that many people there. I don't know how long this place has been there, but it's out in Bolingbrook, which is quite a distance from us, at least for some of us. A couple of them are a little closer, but for some of us, kind of a distance. And one of the people who went there, I haven't seen in over 40 years. Yeah. we were talking. I mean, it's just like we just pick up like it was like yesterday, But she reminded me, she goes, I don't think I've seen you since I went to college. I said, I think that's true. That's true. I don't think I've seen her since she went off to college. We're the same age. But since I skipped a grade, I skipped 3rd grade, I was always 1 grade ahead of her, but we were the same age. She goes, I don't think I've seen you since I left college, for college. That's crazy, huh? Yeah. Well, anyway, that was our experience at this place. So I would say good food, mediocre service, and lousy attitude. Wabi-Q. There you go. All right, anyways, that's about all I have for you guys. I'm about 6 minutes away from the car dealership. So I will say my goodbyes. But yeah, let me know what you think about this type of thing. Where the food is good, okay, but I wouldn't say the service was bad, because she did bring the stuff. We did give her a tip, right? She did bring the stuff, but the attitude coming in was not friendly. Let's say that. So they do need to work on that. Maybe that's why they have less people that came in. I don't know. No, she definitely needs to work on her attitude. If management doesn't recognize that, they're bound to be getting less and less people because of that. Yeah, sad. But somehow I think she was one of the owners or something, or maybe a daughter of the owner or something. She seemed kind of young to own the entire place herself. So, but anyway, they had two other people in there too. There was a man and another woman they were probably in their 20s, something like that. Yeah, I think they were Hispanic. I'm not sure, but somebody's got to be in the kitchen preparing the food. So I don't know. There's got to be some people back there too. But a lot of these places, because they really don't cook anything for you, it's all raw. You cook your own stuff. It's just prep work, right? So, all right, let me know what you think about this whole attitude thing, and if you've experienced anything like that at restaurants where you really liked what they offered as a restaurant, but you really didn't like the people who were who were running the restaurant. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Hit the like and subscribe button.